Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so, you need StreamYard On Air. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce the launch of StreamYard On Air. StreamYard On Air is a live webinar platform. You can host a webinar, an event, or a live
We're starting very soon, my people! Just getting coffee. 1976. Okay, so it starts with a quote from Andre Gide, and it says, it's a question: should we believe in flying saucers? And the answer is, he says, we should not confuse looking for the truth with the need to believe. George, my brother. Hope you're doing good, my brother. You're smurfed. Okay, so guys, we're gonna start with a little phrase they have here, and it says, it goes to, okay, so this is from the 76. So he says, it goes around 30 years that many people made themselves these questions. Can we believe this? Or is it possible that they exist? Wally, my brother, good to have you. Love you very much. Crochet, big hugs, my sister. So, is it possible we believe in them, or is it possible that they exist? Such a process to um, challenge this intricate mystery. It doesn't look correct. In truth, if we can abstract ourselves from all the passion or the preconceived idea, it's mostly about checking facts, of studying them, and from them extracting everything that rational is possible to deduce. The fact, or even the phenomenon, which means what it shows to us is the knowledge we have about this phenomena. Okay, so he associates this with a certain conviction of a philosophical confusion that some are interested to maintain, asking if UFOs or saucers, flying saucers, can exist is another way to elude the true debate, because a fact experimental is, in science, the forced winner of a confrontation that opposes a theory and it declares impossible. And last, the own expression of the flying saucer should be avoided, because on one side you can be ridicularized, and by the other it's also too limited. There are many other forms of phenomenon aerial, unexplainable, other than the flying saucers. And this is a reason that will take us to talk about this new, about, not new, it's not new, guys, about this word UFO, which is formed by initials of a not identifiable flying object. UFO, unidentified flying object. Um, in Portuguese, it's ovni, okay? In Spanish, it's ovni as well. The object should not be taken in the strict material object, because it's not in any way proven that UFOs are physical. They are object of a study, they fly, and they're not identified. We cannot make preconceived judgments about their nature, and we will talk many times as the UFO phenomenon. Um, Carol, good to see you, sister. Big hugs. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Bosco and George, love you, my brothers. Send a big hug to Bosco. So, George, I'll do a little. I saw your video yesterday, and who are the Portuguesers? I'll wait for your answer. Okay, so this book wants to go further than the simple demonstration of the existence of UFOs, which have already been dedicated in previous other books. We pretend we want to respond in a simultaneous way, precise and prudent, to the main questions that the public makes on the matter of the UFOs. Each chapter will occupy a certain question. So, how does the UFO present itself? Carol. Okay, I'll do some dancing at the end if you hang on. Brandy sister, much love. Hope you're doing well, my sister. Big hugs. It's 4:15 p.m. and I'm having my coffee and we're starting this new book. Not new, it's quite old, but it's a Belgian book. They're very good. The Belgium, the French, um, German, you know, any country north than Portugal is better than is good, is even better. Okay, that was a joke for BJs, okay? So check Portugal on the geograph and you'll see my joke. Nice one, Bosco. George, sorry. Okay, I was gonna say another joke. You see, George, I'm always saying jokes. That they just go out. I don't do nothing for them and they just come out. Do you know that joke, guys? I'll do a quick joke. Um, Usually when we are by the sea, like walking, many people bring their doggies to walk, mainly the people who live near the sea. And sometimes you see this is a woman joke, so please don't take it personally, okay? John loves women very much. Um, but it's a young joke because I'm very youngster, guys, in my mind. So the joke is, you see one of those ladies with the dog walking the dog on near the sea, and a guy, wanting to be a smartass and wanting to start a conversation. He he says he looks at the dog and he says, "Oh, hello. What's the race of the dog?" And the lady will say, "Oh, it's I don't know whatever race." And then he asks, "Oh, and the dog." So that's a very dry joke, and it's not very nice. But either way, that was the joke I was gonna do on George. George was saying he was taking Bosco outside, and I was gonna say, "Hey Bosco, where are you taking George?" It's a very dry one, guys. Never mind. It can be used for anything. It's not only for the woman. It can be used for anything. Okay, so let's put another music here. Okay, so we're starting with the different aspects of the UFOs. The form of the UFO gave the expression saucer, which is a disc, but it's far from being unique. Various men of science interested in the study of UFOs occupied themselves in registering the different forms and calculating its frequency. Then, on the catalogue of the engineer French Claude Poher, specialists in rockets that worked on a computer with 1,000 data and a discoidal apparency represents 38% of cases. Sorry. Uh, that they were, 38% of the cases. The reform referred form has presented some variants, a lens, a ring, flying a parachute, a helmet, Medusa, presence or not of a Zimborio or a, a dome, etc., which without a doubt so express the different realities of the structure, such as the diverse naming from the parts of the witnesses. The sphere and its variances, egg, ball, rugby ball, constitute 35% of cases, and a cigar or a cylinder or a rocket, which was what I saw, guys. I saw a rocket in Lizabelle. Hello, sister. Thank you for joining us. So a rocket was what I saw. Uh, it's 16% is a rocket cylinder or a cigar. A rocket was what I saw, guys, when I was younger, like an adolescent. We were all um, in it's like a coastal little town called Vagueira. Actually, I'm gonna tell the story so that my friends they may watch it and maybe later. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna have to answer. My wife is calling me. Okay, it's very quick. Okay, sorry guys, we're back. My wife is coming, so we don't have much time. Maybe half an hour. So the cigar and the rockets. I saw a rocket going sideways on the from the horizon, going inland. Over for me, it looked like it was over a pretty big city, which is Espinho, but I was like much south, near Aveiro. Maybe it wasn't Espinho, maybe it was Esmoriz. I'm not sure. Either way, it was a white rocket going like that, and it was leaving sparkles of light behind it to the sides. So for me, it looked like it was uh, a rocket, but maybe it could be a meteorite. But the thing is that it was like very low. It was like parallel to the ground, very low. So it could be
up in the sky, but it looked like it was like a little bit below the clouds, the high clouds. And guys, look what was happening. A friend of mine, she was vomiting because she drank too much, or I'm not sure what happened. Oh, and her boyfriend was a friend of mine, and the guys were all like going to her. Hello, Griff, my brother. Thanks for joining. Glad you received my message, brother. Today we're doing a little bit of philosophy, okay? It's a different book. It's a Belgian book, Discovering the UFOs. And I was just finishing my story. And so I told my friends, look what's happening there. Some of them saw, but we were all very drunk and high. We were young guys. We were like, went in one car, like 5 people in one car. We went to this place to have some drinks and spend the night. Yes, Griff, she was vomiting and I was laughing. That was the strange thing, man. She was vomiting and I was having a hysterical high laughing session. And people weren't understanding what was happening with me because I just couldn't stop laughing. Maybe it's the drink and whatever, and highness. Still, guys, I'm sure what I saw was real. And some people were with me, they saw it as well, but because we were all like, I think we had drunk maybe a bottle of something, I don't know, maybe some shots. I think maybe some shots and beers. Shots and beers is strong. Either way, guys, that was my first one. I was maybe like 16 or 17. Either way, let's go back to this. 16% is the rockets, okay? That's what I saw. And I have to say, it took maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 1 minute to cross the whole horizon. There were a few clouds, then it disappeared. The next day I went to check the news, there was nothing. There was a night, like a cosmic space, about planets, program on Channel 2. But the next day I went there and there was nothing really. It was like, guys, it was the 90s, I don't think much happened in the 90s. But we saw, the encounters of the third kind. We saw the E.T. Phone Home. That was one of our movies. That movie with Michelle Pfeiffer, and with that guy who also does UFOs. He plays piano, and he's abducted at the end by her race. I don't know if you know that movie. It's a very good movie. That guy, it's not Murray, Brian Murray. What's his name? It's not the Murray guy. It's the other one. He does some UFO documentaries. That's a very good movie, and that's when I really enjoyed Michelle Pfeiffer, I think. Either way, let's continue, guys. After the rocket 60%, we have several numerous aspects represent the remaining 11%, which are cones, triangles, rectangles, and the contour, nebulous contour. Dan Aykroyd, exactly. That movie, and the purse has the eye, the eye from Big Brother, and it becomes a snake. Like, I love that movie, guys. That movie, it was like what it was like. My mother had like one of those chests full of videoed movies from TV, guys. Like so many. She threw them all away, guys. She didn't understand that the beta and the VHS tapes now would be worth a lot. So it's all gone, guys. But I'm keeping everything if I find everything, guys. On my hikes, I find some tapes of VHS and I keep them all, guys. So someday I may be using them for some art or whatever. Let's continue. The dimensions of the UFOs are also very varied. The disks in the spheres can be very small, less than a meter of diameter, but the order of size most current is a dozen of meters, so 12 meters. They have seen disks that have reached 100 meters in diameter. Mm, sorry, guys. Uh, the cigar objects or the fusiforms are on the other side frequently big proportions, dislocating very slowly and remaining at high altitude. In several occasions it was observed that they separated or inside them there were other UFOs smaller, and then hence the reason they're known as motherships. The American astrophysicist Alan J. Hynek distinguishes six main types of observations of UFOs, classified in the order of singularity, growing singularity. Oh, nice one, Brandy. Brandy, you should have told me that sooner. Sorry, I'm looking down because my other phone is down, okay, guys? So, Brandy, we can do a small talk if you want, and I'll use your story in my smaller hiking videos, like I did with Area 51. I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you know, but I have the mother of a friend of mine. She saw in Africa in the 70s a huge orange cigar-shaped craft going on the horizon in front of her. It stopped very far away, and then it came back right where it came from. RC Rob, my brother, big hugs. Hope you're doing well. Big blessings. Okay, so let's continue. We'll talk, sister. Okay, in several occasions, okay, astrophysics in singularity of growing singularity. Observations in the distance. Enough, very weird to escape, with no margins of doubt. Any species, the explanation for the demonstrations of the existence is undeniable of the phenomenon. They, in counterpart, they not always give us information very precise for a very detailed study. The nocturnal lights, that's the most numerous category. 72% of observations verified, in fact, during the night. And through this man, Poher, the form of the object is very often badly determined due to the own luminosity, 4 times very intense, contrasting with the very dark circulating environment of the night. Therefore, observe as a joining of human sight observations and the help of radars. Okay, he rejects with prudence the observations verified only by radar, which could be attributed sometimes to anomalies to the device. But on the 20th and 26th to the 27th of June, physical traces that remain after an observation will be treated separately in chapter 2, which is given that they constitute real proof to the existence of the phenomenon UFO. The other effects can be grouped in three main categories, okay? So these main categories are: the effects can be electromagnetic, effects on witnesses, and effects on animals. Okay, guys, so these three ways are the ways we can prove the existence of them. Okay, guys, it's by the effects on electromagnets, so on your cell phones or TVs or a compass, anything that has magnetism. Okay. Second one is the witnesses. So second one, it's us, guys. So we, with the devices, we already have two of those three ways of proving them. Okay, guys. So the third one is an animal. So you need to have an animal. Okay, you need to have animals. So Dogman, you're a great person for this experiment. Okay. But you don't have to be on this experiment, okay, brother? Area 51! My brother! Sorry guys, but I had to make a shout out because I thought Area 51 was still sleeping. Juan, my brother, my wife is arriving very soon, so I'm gonna have to please talk if you're feeling chatty today. So please chat and I'm gonna just finish this, okay? Let me see how much pages I have to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna have to maybe do 2 pages, okay, to get this over. Okay, so let's start with the electromagnetic effects. Okay, so I was just talking about Juan because we were just talking about proofs of the existence, and Juan on his sighting, he had the next day he went there and he found that the cotton farm where the orb had landed, the basketball orb had landing, the corn stubs were turned to the sides, you know? So something was there for sure. Okay, so let's start. Electromagnetic on cars, weakening or extinction of the headlights and the motor of the working motor can be disturbed, okay? It could go to a total stop. The car effects are the most frequent on the passage of a UFO. Next one, interferences or interruption on the radio devices and TV. Next one, cut in the current of the lines of electric distribution. Compasses. The compasses, if you have a compass if there's a UFO nearby, it's gonna have a change on the north, where the needle is pointing north, okay guys? Thank you very much, Anthony J. I don't do it on purpose, brother. Stopping of the clocks. Okay, so clocks, they do also stop, okay? All of these effects, mainly sometimes the stopping of the clocks are perfectly reversible. Therefore, everything goes back to normal as soon as the UFO goes away. So they do have a sort of a grid around them that wherever they are, everything electromagnetic gets deactivated. So that is probably why they are able to go around the sky so easily, and they only turn their cloaking devices when this is, I'm not talking this with for sure, okay guys, this is alleged information, but I gotta contact my friend who does have contact with UFOs weekly. He told me that on the videos that I show you, when we see the UFOs, the last video I put about, you see about 3 UFOs going down. I already shown you the pictures of how it is in the, with a little bit more light. You have some trees underneath, and then you have the sky. And what I'm told is that when these crafts arrive on our dimension, they lose the ability of cloaking for a few seconds, and that's why you see them dropping by. They seem that they should participate on Anthony's S4 contest. And I was like, what? You're joking with me. And I was like, I didn't want to play the contest. Why are you asking me? I wasn't talking to anybody. I was talking to myself. Big hugs, Brandy. Love you very much, sister. I was just talking to myself. I'm like, no, never mind. I lied down on my sofa with my wife, and I was like, wifey, you cannot imagine. I just witnessed a UFO. And she was like, oh, shut up. Stop joking. And I was like, I'm for real. I'm serious. A star appeared out of nowhere and it disappeared. And I said to her, I received a message from it. It was kind of telling me to play on the contest of my friend, because I told her already I didn't want to play on the contest because I never win and I'm very far away, and you know, I just didn't want to. And guys, I'm watching the show, and Anthony S4. It's not you, Anthony J. But Anthony, be careful, because if you do a poll, I'll win it, brother. Because I'm known for winning a lot of things on here on the internet. I've got good spirit guides. And so basically, guys, he said to write something, and I said, I wrote something, and afterwards I wrote, the UFO made me play this, Tony. And guys, I played it and I won $50. So I'm pretty grateful for my brother Anthony and Andy for giving that poll, and for, you know, giving me the chance to win it. We were only 33 people, guys, but 33 people is still a lot, guys. It's not as small chance as that, guys. If you see the duckies, you know the duckies going on the contest of YouTube, 33, it's not that easy to win, guys. When it's like 7 or 8, I usually win, but when it's many, I don't. Okay, let's continue, guys, okay? Big blessing. That's another UFO story, okay? I had. New River, thank you for joining us. Big hugs. Okay, guys, let's continue. Stopping of the watches is another one. All these effects, except for sometimes the stopping of the watches, are perfectly reversible. Okay, effects on witnesses, physiological effects, sensation of oppression or heat, a tingling on the members, even paralysis, spontaneous paralysis, temporary blindness. On the hours of the next days, headaches, nausea, insomnia, and by the opposite, sleepiness. Okay. Love you very much, Anthony. Have a blessed fishing. I'll join you later, okay? Okay, so we done 1 hour, so pretty much, guys, all the time from now on is a bonus because as soon as they arrive, I'll click the button, okay? So let's see how much I can. I'm gonna finish the, um, the effects. Flatulence is not an effect, okay, guys? So don't come with me if you have. Okay, guys, so nauseous gases are not a side effect of UFOs, okay? Okay, let's go for next one. Psychological effects: terror, state of nervous shock, amnesia. Okay. Oh my god, guys! I was gonna say such a dirty joke. My god, man! I'm glad it just remained on my brain. Please connect, my people. Effects on animals: agitation, panic, uh, unordered escape. Frequently, the animals feel the approximation of a UFO before man, and their behavior calls the attention of the human. Uh, the animals refuse to get close to a place of a landing of a UFO on the next days. So guys, remember, if you've got animals and you go to any place and they refuse to go in certain areas, what you have to do, guys, is you try getting the spot where they don't want to go. You go to the other side, to the west point, you see where it does, and you try to get a circle, okay, guys, around that area where your animal or vision or doggies or cats, not cats, but places, if you have a farm, places where they don't go, because they don't like radiation, and I think that's one of the effects. Humanoid. Some of them consider the beings that come with the UFOs as a more weird manifestation, which is more inadmissible on the phenomenon. Therefore, a very deep study. Therefore, a very deep probing study. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like that, guys. A deeper study cannot deny their presence. Therefore, the UFOs are devices in which they're not absolutely proven. It wouldn't be normal in counterpart to find from times to times their pilot between them on the immense space. No, sorry. On the immense, most times they have a human aspect, and therefore you call them humanoids. The UFOnauts, okay, is other denomination, frequent denomination. The characteristic that more has impressed the witnesses is their stature, and the differences are in this aspect very accentuated between the human races. With effect, they go from a dozen centimeters to more than 4 meters high. Let's remember that only 40 centimeters separates the medium of the pygmies, 1.4 with variance. Some, small or big, indifferently, have an appearance of cyclops with only one unique eye in the middle of their forehead. Have you thought, guys, that cyclops could be as well one of these beings? Oh, this music is beautiful. Okay, this one is for my brother, Gorilla Gamer. I sent him this music this morning.
And I love you, my brother, very much. Big, close, shruggy hugs, my brother. John P., your mod is here, my brother. Okay, let's continue. One eye on their foreheads. The point that is very important to insist is that the skin of the humanoids is almost never green. Okay, guys? Can you see, guys? When I asked my friends, my artist friends in the holidays to make this, I asked him, I want a freaking gray alien metallic green. Just like my photo I'm gonna put on this live stream that my brother BJ's did. That's the color of the beings, guys. But he did a green alien because he's doing very, he wanted to be a very commercialized thing. But I don't want to. I like green, but I don't. I know they're real color. Okay, they're gray and a little bit bluish sometimes. Remember, it can be bluish. Okay, so they say that sometimes they could be wearing a green, very close jumpsuit, and that's why they're said that they're green. Okay, guys. And sometimes the effect is can be a green luminosity emitted by the UFO. This one has sometimes the aspect of a scaphandrum. I don't know what's that, guys. Scaphandrum. What is not weird in visitors? Um, New River, I've heard of some zigzags. I've actually seen a zigzag one on, where was that? On Carlos Skywatcher, very soon, like a few days ago. It's not weird to expect that in space, they always look that like they're made from only one piece. Even the gloves and the shoes included. The little green men, they're they are nothing but a legend. The face of the fiction authors and their journalists looking for sensationalist titles. Okay, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm just choosing some other music. Okay, so we're gonna put some Area 15 Juan music now, okay? Here we go. I'm gonna put the music that I like the other night. Where are you? Okay, sorry. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to let it here, okay? I'm just gonna put a music of Area 51 to say hello. Where are you? Oh, it's not here, brother. Where is it? My kids just arrived. Sorry, guys. Let me just go here for yesterday. Oh, here you go. Area 51. Okay, let's finish this quickly, okay, guys? Skies, my brother, thank you for joining me, my brother. I still haven't forgot you. When you're available, we're doing another mix. I really miss them.
And we can actually do a three-way mix sometime. You, me, and Area 50 Juan. Because you're gonna see his music, guys. You're gonna love it. This one is called The Beginning, Area 50 Juan. Okay, we're just gonna finish this one. Okay, don't see this as me disturbing. Okay, guys, let me see. Okay, so tomorrow is a bank holiday, so I can't. Thursday, I have work. Maybe Friday morning for you. You know, 2 hours ago from now. Okay, so I'm gonna end this, guys. Just a quote here. Most of the UFO knots has no helmet, which indicate that they can breathe our air with no problem. Their atmosphere of origin must be very close by to ours. When we talk about partial pressure in oxygen, they look as well like they can support easily our atmospheric pressure total and the strength of the gravity. An important aspect on the problem of the humanoids is that their altitude in relation to the witnesses. The altitude usually is made as an indicative of observation, friendly gestures, escape, more rarely of aggressiveness. Their behavior will be discussed in chapter 7, and the conversations for times had with the witnesses will be related in chapter 4. Okay guys, so we're gonna stop here. Hope you enjoyed. The wind! Mas bem? Correu bem a escolinha? Okay guys, so let's start with our goodbyes. Skies, Tails, New River, Face my brother, Griff, Maritzas, Anthony, Brandy Phillips, my awesome sister, Area 50 Juan, you know I love you, my brother. Anthony, love you, my brother. Crochet, good to see you, sister. Andrew Nufsey, my brother. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. You're Murph, Lizabelle, hug, sister. Bosco. Wally, love you, my brother. Hope you guys have a wonderful morning. Carol, my sister. Let me put a music for me to dance then. Okay, I'll dance this one here. Okay, this one is from my brother.